How do? Welcome back to Backroads Country. I've done some research in between episodes and it turns out slurry and manure need to be spread before we drill. So it's meant to level the pH before drilling, and then you finish it with normal fertiliser. So you're using less fertiliser, liquid or solid basically. So we learn something new every day. I never knew that. So at least we know now that I'm going to have to use solid fert on those fields of ours. But I believe we've got some canola oil to sell. I believe we're at best price. Yeah, pretty much, 5786. So we need a tractor and trailer. Got quite a bit actually. Not too bad. Need to get the bakery up. Get all this flour in there as well. Just want to have a quick look at the spinnery. We've got, oh, not bad, 2 pallets of wool. How's it looking? We've still got plenty of cotton left, I would imagine. Yeah, still got 66,000 litres. So we need to definitely get up the bakery. Possibly the tailor shop as well. Depends how much money we make off the canola oil, I suppose. Baker is a 180, I think. We'll get one for 150. We want it, so the bakery, we want it near the mill. That should do us. Yeah, I'm loving how everything's level. Nothing needs leveling when after I've placed it, which is nice. Get all this flour in here, we can get the bread going. Best time for that is December, so you know, we're not going to have loads to sell tomorrow, but we'll have a few pallets. And set this distributing, I think. What's the flour price like at the minute? We're only a month off peak, so it might be pretty good. Yeah, we're not too bad. Just wondering whether to sell a couple of pallets because we're not going to produce bread quicker than what the mill's going to make the flour. Whoa. Might sell a couple of pallets as well, just for a little boost. Actually, I don't think I want to bother. I want to make sure this bakery is fully stocked at all times, because the bread's a lot more valuable product than the flour is. Right, so we set that to producing bread. And then we'll set the flour to distributing. Need to top up the wheat as well. Oh god, this yard's a right mess, isn't it? Where's my flatbed? Over there. Have we got anything in the silage? No. We need hay and we need silage. We may have to look at doing another grass crop in a different field. Just trying to think what we're planting. So we've got canola, these two. We're obviously not doing cotton there. Oh, I did have a look at sugar beet mods. There was 2. So not exactly a a popular crop for modders. Nothing much, nothing major difference. Whoa, where's it gone then? I don't think I've turned it on. Sugarcane. March. Sunflowers are March. So yeah, I think we're going to do sunflowers on 18. Sugarcane on 21. How much is 24? Ooh, that's a really good yield potential. 100k. Need another grass field, but with a yield potential like that. I don't know if I want to use that for grass. 26 possibly. 91k. That could be used as a grass field. Right, let's get this canola oil loaded and get down to the sell point. See how much that's going to net us. So I just filled the grain mill up and we had another pallet of oil spawn. We need to decide what we're going to do with barley as well. We are going to get the big flour mill, but there's a lot of barley there. I think there's about 300,000 litres. Have a double check when this is all gone. So that's a lot. 81 grand. Nice, wasn't expecting that. So barley, we've got 205,000 litres. I reckon we could probably get away with selling half of that and still have enough to last us a year in the mill. So that's the best price next month. I think we could probably do that, sell half of it, just to boost us up a bit. So I think the only things we need to buy now is the tailor shop and the bigger flour mill. Do want the bigger oil mill as well, but that can wait. That's not so bad now. The little mill's pumping it out quick enough. So we're going to have a year's worth. We're going to have to store this oil now for a year. Probably worth building a pallet storage on new yard. We're getting another couple of sheds up as well. I think we need to quickly fertilise the 2 canola fields after last episode's disaster. I'm not sure if we've actually got any fertiliser left though. I don't think we have. I think we used it all. So we've still got the straw to bale in the big field as well, and that's at best selling price next month, so we need to get that done. Either this month or next. So we will go grab some solid fert. We've got plenty of straw in there, so we don't need all of that straw, so we're just going to sell it straight up. I still want to have a look at putting in a sell point somewhere, because it's just such a long way. I'm just wondering if we could fit one at the end of 18 there. I mean, it would fit, but we've got this road barrier. Oh, but that ends here. I think we probably could, you know. We need to get rid of these trees. The sell point's only £1,000, I believe. I don't think I've got it active. Let me just quickly activate a couple of mods. Okay. I have activated a couple of sell-alls. That's probably the one I'm thinking, so if we just chop down a couple of trees. I also turned on the sugarcane harvester I was talking about before. Yeah, so it's that one. It's in vegetable harvesters. It's a lot of money. But we've got 4 metre harvest width. As opposed to the 2 metre. And planters wise, the only one that is there, apart from the base game one. Don't know what category it's in. There, some potato planters. So it's 200 grand, it's a 6 metre planting width. And it can do sugarcane, potatoes and poplar. So we've got a couple of options. We need to buy a chainsaw though. Mad that we've not had need for a chainsaw yet. So we'll clear some of these trees. We'll get the cell all down here. And it'll just make our lives a little bit easier. Okay, that should do it. We are going to have to level it, which is fine. It's not too bad. Not too bad at all. There's not... Normally, I do use that mod quite a bit. There shouldn't be that much difference in price. Yeah, so it's actually less. Which is interesting. Quite a lot less there. Barley's £500 cheaper. That's interesting. I wonder if this map has increased prices, because that is a massive difference. Yeah, it definitely does. I thought when we had the soybeans at 6.5 grand that was the standard. So yeah, for the majority we're still going to have to go to the other side of the map, but at least we've got an option here to bring it closer. Clear a bit of this brush so we can see what we're doing. Okay, I think that's best we're going to get it. It's not great. On that side, it's quite a big step, but it's alright. Okay, what were we doing? We were going to fertilise. Yeah. Can't do the grass one because I believe that's ready for harvest. Yeah, so we'll fertilise 19 and 20. We'll get the straw baled up. That straw can go to the sell everything point because it's pretty much the same price. I probably actually set the AI worker fertilising, and we'll jump into straw. Because it's going to take us a little bit to get all that straw done. Big field. Spent just over 7 grand on solid fertiliser. So we can get the AI worker going in here. Shouldn't take much because like I said, we're slow with this one. We can jump in the class. I believe the bale is still in the field. Yep, there it is. So we'll get this field baled. See what we're doing for time and what the price of straw is like. We'll either sell it this month or next, depending on price. And that'll give us a nice little boost. Straw's not worth a lot, but with the amount that we'll have, it'll be good. And we've still got quite a lot in the storage for the cows and the TMI production. Right, let's get these bales done.
Went down to the river, washed my sins away. Praying, 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 praying for another day. I went down to that river, washed my sins for free. The devil's on the other bank, staring back at me. I'm a dead man walking. I'm a dead man walking. I'm a dead man. Another nail in my coffin, another nail for me. I gotta look pretty when I go down. Another nail in my coffin, can't you spare one more? I gotta look pretty when I'm knocking down heaven's door. I'm a dead man walking. I'm a dead man walking. I'm a dead man. I'm a dead man walking. I'm a dead man walking. I'm a dead man. My cigarette. You ever seen a dead man talking? No, you haven't seen one yet. I'm a dead man walking. 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 I'm a dead man. I went down to that river, washed my sins for free. No one seemed to notice as I stared. I went down to that river to wash my sins away. I was thinking of you in that wedding gown. I went down to that water, I washed my sins away. The world faded away as I went down, 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 down.
Last bit of straw getting collected. Nah, I think we are just gonna sell them straight off, I think. At the sell all. Yeah, sell everything container. 140, it's supposed to peak at 144, so it's not like we're going to lose out much at all, to be honest. Forgot to reset the bale counter when we started baling. We were at 186 since the last reset. I did have a look, 187, 188. I did have a look when we were on the first pass when we were at 111, but that won't take into account what we did on the headlands when we were harvesting. So I reckon we've probably got about 100 bales, which is nice. It's just baled littered everywhere over this field. So we'll get this baler dropped off. We'll get the rat pack attached with the auto load. Let's start getting these loaded up over to the sell point. Just wanted to have a look. The grass has been cut and that's been windrowed as we speak. Cows have still got 70,000 litres, so they're alright. Calves are coming along nicely. Yeah, we're in a pretty good place, I think. We're in a pretty good place. That's not going to fit in there. Ooh, we are full. The outside sheds. Try and get it in this one. We're not going to need this for a while because we've not done cereal crop, and I'm not planning on doing cereal crop for a little bit. Okay, let's get these bales collected, get them sold, see how much we
I
make.
wash my sins away. I was thinking of you in that wedding gown. I went down to that water. I washed my sins away. The world faded away as I went down, 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 down. I'm a dead man walking. I'm a dead man walking. I'm a dead man. I'm a dead man walking. I'm a dead man walking. I'm a dead man. I'm a dead man walking. I'm a dead man walking. I'm a dead man.
Last batch of bales now. 108 bales we got off that field. Absolutely brilliant. There we go. Let's have a look at our total from those bales. So bales, 194,000, and then we get the environmental score of 31. So what, 225? $250,000 off the bales. Brilliant. That now gives us enough cash to be able to chuck up the big flour mill. Whee. It takes its time windrow in this field. So for the size of it, it takes them a long time to turn around. Especially when the AI drives like a clown. But that's good, I'm happy with that. Lovely amount of money off the straw. So we'll get this flour mill up. We'll get the barley in. Just thinking, we'll probably still save half of it to sell next month. Because we've got a shed load of wheat to go through it as well. I will keep the smaller grain mill going. I might just leave that as canola oil though. Right, grain, I believe it's about 220, the grain mill. We're going to need the dairy as well. $288. Oh, it's a big old production, is that? Gonna need it that way. No, that way maybe. Yeah, let's go that way. Brilliant. So we've got the grain mill, we've got the bakery, we've got the spinnery. Next month, I think, when we sell the barley, that will give us enough to get the tailor shop. How much is a decent tailor shop? 240. There's still so much I want to do. We're going to need the sugar mill for the sugar cane. I want the tailor shop. I wouldn't mind the cereal factory. We need the dairy. I want to get a small field and just fill it full of bees to start some honey productions. I want chickens. We need greenhouses. There's still so much for us to do, so we're nowhere near ending yet, which is brilliant. Let's get some barley in here. How much can it take, actually, this grain mill? It'll take 144,000 litres will fill it. What's the cycles per month on that? 480. Yeah, wheat's 2,500. So if you have a look at the grain mill, the wheat's doing 1,900. The barley's doing 600. So the barley's actually better off in the smaller mill. Produces it faster. That is interesting. I wonder then if we just fill this one with wheat and just sell all the barley. How much wheat have we got left? Yeah, we've got 218,000 litres of wheat left. I'd be tempted to do that, you know. I didn't realise how poor barley was for flour. I suppose in real life you're using barley for alcohol, aren't you, for beer? Right, I'm going to get this grain mill filled up with all our wheat. We're going to keep the barley, and I think we're just going to sell it as is next month. Because we've got more than enough wheat to keep this grain factory going. That's going to do it for this one, guys. I hope you've enjoyed expanding the productions with me. If you have, please hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to help me out. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.